back to the channel. Hopefully everybody's having a wonderful day today and is ready for a High-Stim review. Keeping it a book with you guys. If you in the community know what I'm talking about when I say the words Toxic Masculinity Nutrition, then you know what pre-workout I'm talking about, and it's the Pillager pre-workout by Toxic Masculinity Nutrition. Let's jump into the label, because companies are doing their own style, and this one I feel like it's more of a laminated kind of label right here. Nothing 3D that's popping out, but it feels like a nice gloss, not a cheap kind of paper that you've seen in some other companies. And also it's kind of weird as we have like an Indian warlord kind of thing with the woman up front right here. And well, it goes with the name Pillager, but regardless, I like the label. It's pretty different, different design for a different company. So let's jump into the flavor. Now, the flavor for this one is a rocket pop flavor. Some other companies don't use the exact terminology rocket pop. They always use like a snow cone. When it came down to the flavor, for me, this rocket pop flavor was on the money when it came to the flavoring of it. Like it does taste like a strawberry raspberry ice cream kind of vibe to it, but you do feel the stimulants in the back like once you're downing it. So for me, if I was to rate this, like it gets my stamp of approval because it doesn't taste like too much chemicals. But if I were to rate this, probably get like an 8 out of 10, just because I know some people are picky when it comes to the flavor, and this is not the best rocket pop flavor I've tasted personally. But I guess it's because the stimulants in there, like you taste it in the back. But nothing against the company. The flavor is downable, and this is for the people who are geared towards flavor. If you want something like that is always on par with your taste buds, then this might hit you a little different. But remember, we're not taking it for the flavor, we're taking it for the effects. That's all I'm saying. With that, guys, let's get into these supplement facts. Now, they are doing a half a scoop, 1 scoop ratio here. Now, I would really complain about this when it comes to a regular daily pre-workout or something like that. But this is a pre-workout that has the goods, meaning it has that special sauce, special ingredient that we all like to feel, especially on the weekends. So when it comes down to the half scoop, 1 scoop ratio, I'm not going to complain about it. So we are getting for half a scoop, it says 9.9 grams. For me, I'm going to tell you straight up, just do 10 grams. Avoid yourself doing that little 0.5 of a little. Nah, just take it, bro. Like, keeping it 100 with you guys. So at a 1 scoop, is 19.9. That's why I'm saying like 0.1 away from 20 grams. You might as well just take 20 grams. And when I threw it on a digital scale, it wasn't off by a lot anyways. And whatever dose you want, you can do. You could have this for 40 workouts if you do half a scoop. But if you do a full scoop, then you got it for 20 workouts. Feel like it's still a lot for the ingredient profile that we're getting in here. At least the bare minimum, which is 20. Haven't seen a company do 19 or anything like that, because that would be outrageous. But regardless, let's get into the rest of the label. And I'm going to read this at the 1 scoop level just to save time. Now, first ingredient we're getting in here is vitamin B3 as niacin at 50 milligrams. So if you're sensitive to niacin, this is not the niacin that is going to have you itching or breaking out, because it does flush you out through your pores. So don't worry about that. And I have eczema, so I would tell you straight up if something was up with my skin. Now, the next ingredient we're getting in here is some choline, as choline bicitrate at 80 milligrams. Now, choline does add to the head high, the nice buzz that you will feel, and it will elevate your mood throughout your workout. Now, let's get into the meat and potatoes of this pre-workout. Now, we're getting some L-citrulline, pure L-citrulline at 6 grams. Now, they are not putting 6,000 milligrams, which I do like. They put 6 G, so 6 grams, perfect. I can read this. And at 6 grams, I feel like that is more of, I know it's under the recommended dose, but I feel like at 6 grams of pure L-citrulline, you can get a nice pump on it. Now, the next ingredient we're getting in here is some beta-alanine at 4 grams. Now, it is over the recommended dose by 0.8, so I'm liking that. And remember, the beta is there for that sense of urgency and for that lactic acid buffering. Helps you go a little harder in the gym. So I do like that part about it, and you do feel the betas in here. Just let you know now. Now, the next ingredient you are getting in here is some betaine anhydrous at 2 grams, decent amount. We're getting some L-taurine at 1 gram. Seen a little bit more, but I like it just because it gives you that little sprinkle of L-taurine in here. Now, the next ingredient we're getting in here is some L-tyrosine at 750 milligrams. Again, another little sprinkle, but it will add to the effects. Now, this is something I haven't seen in a pre-workout. It's called Hawthorne Berry 5-to-1 ratio, and we are getting it at 500 milligrams. I haven't done a lot of research on this, but if it's here, I trust the company. It has added it for a nice boost, a nice stimulant to the pre-workout. Now we are getting for the caffeine or the energy that's going to be driving us through this workout session. And it is caffeine anhydrous at 400 milligrams. Anything above 300 for me is already high stim. So you already know we're getting into the high stim realm. Now, the next ingredient, which is my favorite, the alpha GPC, yielding 50% at 300 milligrams. And that right there will give you that laser focus. It will add to your pre-workout and will keep you in the zone while you're working out. Now, the next ingredient is some guarana extract. Yields 22% caffeine, and we are getting it at 300 milligrams. Now, this one, it is like an additive, so you can say we are getting a little bit more than the 400 milligrams of caffeine. Don't know the exact amount, but it is a little bit more. Now, the next ingredient we are getting in here is some Panax ginseng extract at 300 milligrams, and that's a little different. I haven't seen ginseng extract in a pre-workout, and I know ginseng is an antioxidant and also is great for inflammation, so I guess they threw it in here in case you might get you might work out too much and you might need something to relax those muscles. Now, the next ingredient we're getting in here is some Araya genesis, yielding 98% at 250 milligrams. Great amount. Now, following that, we are getting some Juglans Regia extract at 250 milligrams, and that is DMHA. And I'm telling you right now, that is 110% DMHA. So for that amount, we are going to be in the sky or at least touching the clouds for a little while throughout our gym session. Now, the next ingredient we're getting in here is some theobromine, using 20% at 200 milligrams. Theobromine has a similar effect to caffeine. The next ingredient we're getting in here is some synephrine at 100 milligrams, great amount. And I like synephrine just because it has the two effects that I like to feel all the time: mood elevation and some fat burning properties. Now, the next ingredient we're getting in here is decaffeinated malate, yielding 75% at 100 milligrams. So if you add that to the 400 milligrams of caffeine, we are getting 475 milligrams of pure caffeine. So best believe you are going to be running wild throughout your gym, wherever you work out at, if whether it's a home gym or a gym that you go to, you're going to be running wild like the ultimate warrior. Yeah. Now, the next ingredient is something weird I have never seen before. It's called Sandra berry powder at 100 milligrams. Maybe I chopped it up. I don't know what that is, but if it's in here, I trust that the company added it to give us a specific sense of well-being or boost to this pre-workout. Now, the next ingredient that we are getting is some black pepper extract at 7 milligrams. Now, black pepper extract serves for the absorption and also helps you with inflammation, and also has some fat burning properties there, as well as black pepper extract kind of clears out the pores and kind of makes you sweat a little bit more. Now, the last ingredient in here is some yohimbine HCl at 2 milligrams. So imagine how this pre-workout is going to hit you, because you're getting the DMHA, we are getting some Araya, we are getting some yohimbine and some synephrine for that great mood elevation, great stimulants in here. I believe that they did an amazing job with creating a different type of label. I haven't seen a label like this on the market. So let's get down to the effects and how this will hit you on your weekend gym session, or whenever you're going to go do 2 hours or more in the gym. Now, when I first took this, I took this at the full scoop, and the second time I tried this one out was at the half scoop level, just because, it was recommending half a scoop and 1 scoop, and I was like, hey, let me try it out both ways, and let me see which one I like best. Now, when it came down to the 1 scoop serving size, I took this on a Saturday for an all-around gym session, meaning I was gonna do some cardio and I was gonna hit every body part, but not hitting every type of machine for every body part, but going all around. Now, when you do down this, it takes about 15 minutes for you to start feeling it, but you do feel the betas because they are pretty strong. They do last about 10 minutes. So by the time you reach that like 25 to 30-minute time frame, that's when you start feeling that mood elevation. You do feel like a little tingle on the top of your head, and it's not the betas, honestly. It's just like a nice fuzzy tingle. You're like, okay, these stems are brewing, something's coming. So as I was preparing for that hard hit, because it felt like, it was just a mood elevation, but it was kind of a quick mood elevation, almost like a slap. Keep it 100 with you guys. I started feeling some great mood elevation, about by the time it was like 45 minutes to like 50 minutes, that's when everything started coming together, and I just started feeling good, and it started building, and it felt like like if you were going on an elevator ride, and it just was like going from floor 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 to 5, and then boom, ding 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 ding, you hit that peak at that 1 hour time frame, and you're like, okay, I'm buzzing, feeling focused, fitting in the zone. I did feel like I was like in a little bit of a bubble, um meaning that I did zoned out a little bit on the 1 scoop, but it wasn't too crazy that I couldn't get back to it. And with the music, it kind of helped me go through my workout even faster. The cardio session felt so light, because by the time I hit the weights, I was just like, you know what? I forgot I even did cardio, and I ended up doing a little bit more cardio to finish off the energy that I had. Because, like, when you take 400 milligrams of caffeine, stacked with Araya, stacked with DMHA, stacked with the alpha yohimbine, stacked with synephrine, and when they all came together, it just had me feeling so good that I just wanted to stay in the gym and continue to crush my gym session. So all in all, I did about like 2.5 hours on 1 scoop. But I will say, please take your EAA formula, BCAA, or just water or hydration packs, because I know everybody's different. But you will be thirsty throughout your gym session, so please bring something to stay hydrated. Now, when I woke up the next day, like this, I was able to sleep at night. But when I woke up the next day, my body was just sore all over. I didn't pull anything. I was just feeling really sore, meaning that I went harder than usual. And I felt like I got great pumps, especially going and hitting every type of muscle the day before. Now, the second time I tried this one was at the half scoop. I tried this on a Friday just because I knew I had a light day, and I work from home, so it really wasn't going to be too much. I was just going to be in meetings for most of the day and probably do a couple reports, because that's how my Fridays tend to be. Now, when I did half a scoop, I added some pumps just because I wasn't gonna get the full 6 grams of L-citrulline. It went down to 3, so I did stack a regular pump formula that I have right here. Which now this one is very special because it gives you great pumps, and it is unflavored, so it won't mess with the flavor synergy here. And this one, I kind of keep it on deck just because, let's say I don't want to go with a liquid pump formula or some pump capsules, and I want to have something to go with the pre-workout that will balance it out. I will have this, and it's unflavored, so it won't mess with any synergy of the flavor from any pre-workout. So with that being said, at the half scoop level, came in at the same time. the effects hit at the same time, but it kind of felt more like a High-Stim daily for me. And I felt like I was able to do a little bit more, meaning that not just because it's less energy, no, because it's less of the stim hit. So I was able to focus in more on what I was doing, and I felt like there was more of an aggressive vibe to it. Such a great feeling that it kind of stood with me throughout the day, because at one scoop it stays with you to like 6-7 hours, but a half a scoop it stays around that 4.5 hour range, and then it slowly starts tapering down. But you will be in the clouds and in a little bubble throughout the day. But at half a scoop, I felt like it was the right dose for me, that I can, get that DMHA hit with the other illicits, and I can still come back home, shower up, work, and get through my day and not even touch one drop of caffeine throughout the day, which was a boost. And again, I will tell you, bring some water, bring some EAA formula, whatever you use for hydration, because you will be feeling thirsty while you're working out, I guess. So all in all, guys, the Pillager pre-workout by Toxic Masculinity is a great High-Stim pre-workout. Has the goods, has the DMHA. I'm not scared to say it on the channel. If they block it, it is what it is. So if you hear it, it's halfway done. I've been trying it out more than usual, but the first 2 times is the experience that I'm sharing with you guys. So if you do want to pick this one up, head over to toxicmasculinitynutrition.com and pick this one up. I don't have a discount code. I don't think NutriCartel carries it anymore. And with that, guys, I'll catch you on the next review.